Greetings, interwebbers! This is Danni Danger, and I'm here to talk to you guys today about an awesome little graphic novel. It's called She-Hulk Single Green Female by Dan Slott. Give me a radiated blood transfusion! Give me a radiated blood transfusion! Give me a radiated... Damn it! Meet Jennifer Walters, Bruce Banner's shy, bookwormy cousin who is turned into the She-Hulk after a gamma-irradiated blood transfusion. Our story begins by giving us a very brief glimpse of Jennifer's life before the blood transfusion, before she was She-Hulk. You see her in her dorm room studying while all of her other classmates are out partying. We then cut to a good time in She-Hulk waking up and rolling over post-romp to discover that she has transformed back into tiny little Jennifer Walters, and she's absolutely horrified. The underwear model in bed next to her might figure out that she's not She-Hulk all the time, heaven forbid. This is a big focal point in the story. Jen is very insecure about her identity and who she was before she was She-Hulk. The way she sees it, when she's shulked out, she has a great life. She has an awesome job at a law firm. She gets to save the world on a daily basis with the Avengers. She gets to party with the aforementioned underwear model. And she's kind of a celebrity, and she loves it. Unfortunately, no party can last forever, and definitely one of the seismic proportions that Jen was living. She's asked to leave Avengers Mansion, get this, because her partying is a security threat to the mansion. Now, that takes talent, that takes skill to party that hard. Things go from bad to worse when her underwear model decides to skip out on her, and a color copier plays a very weird role in her losing her job at the law firm. Things start to look up with a twist for Jen when she's offered a job in the superhuman law department of the prestigious GLK&H law firm, but it's under one condition. She has to be Jen Walters, not She-Hulk in the courtroom. Some of the panels of Jen's first day at GLK&H are a lot of fun. You get to see a lot of the different creatures and people who are coming to their superhuman law department for legal advice. You get to see Dr. Strange, and you meet Awesome Andy, their office android. He's got a little chalkboard around his neck, and he draws little pictures and writes little messages, and even though he doesn't have a single speaking line in the book, he's one of my total favorite characters. He's adorable. Without any ado, Jen is assigned her very first case. It's the case of Danger Man, and an accident at work gave him powers that he does not want. Jen has to understand why he doesn't want that, spend some time with his family, and get to know why having powers may not be the coolest thing in the world, why it's okay to be normal sometimes. What's also pretty cool is you get to see Jen tread new legal ground by defending a ghost's right to testify at his own murder trial. My favorite out of the cases that Jen tries in this particular story is when she helps one of her colleagues, Pug, help Spider-Man stick it to J. Jonah Jameson for libel. Jameson's actually one of my favorite characters, if you can believe it. Not because I like him as a character, but anytime he shows up in a story, usually Spider-Man, but somebody's going to get the better of him. He's just too much fun not to hoodwink. I will say that this particular case does not quite pan out as planned, but the Parker shenanigans still pay off in the end. In the final story, there is a breakout of Pym's prison, and you get to see a bunch of teeny tiny little Marvel villains running rampant, and you get to see Awesome Andy face his maker. I love this story because it's a blast. She-Hulk is a really funny character. You get to see a lot of very entertaining interactions between her and some of your favorite Marvel characters. But the story itself has a serious core a little bit because it's about dealing with your strengths and your weaknesses, knowing what those are, and learning to conquer your feelings of vulnerability. Go out, grab Dan Slott's She-Hulk, check it out, give it a read. It's a lot of fun. You will really enjoy it, and it's a great intro to She-Hulk as a character. I want to give a special thanks to Austin Books and Comics, as always. Thank you so much. This is one of the first books that one of your employees actually recommended for me, and it's stuck with me for a long time, and I really enjoyed it. So I want to thank you guys for the opportunity to check that out. Another special thanks goes out to the beautiful Hyatt Regency in downtown Austin. Thank you guys so much for getting me set up with those awesome pictures for 2012's Women Read Comics in Public Day. You can see those awesome pictures and more on my Instagram, Danni Dangerous, or if you follow me on Twitter at Danni Danger. Make sure to subscribe so you can see more of our videos and check out more of the awesome books that we're reading. Make sure to like this, share this with all of your friends so you can get them reading comics too, and leave your comments down below. Have you read any Avengers with She-Hulk? What do you think? So this particular book gives me an opportunity to bring up something that I don't really get to talk about very often. People ask me a lot, do you like DC or Marvel? DC versus Marvel. Look, the best way I can put it is this. He talks about his own experiences growing up a black man who is sometimes mistaken for a white man. He also talks about the inspiration for the story coming from having two twin daughters who were born with two separate skin tones and understanding what that might mean for them growing up.